Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to another episode of Pyanodons. So, in this episode, we are hopefully going to be working towards moondrop as listed. I've only done a few minutes of work between episodes, crafted a few more things for my inventory. I will need to make a mall at some point to provide us with all of these inserters and, loaders and belt boxes and all that stuff. So I'm actually going to add that to our list. More mall. At some point, I will need to do a buildings mall, but that is going to be a long way down the road, because at least for right now, all of these tier 1 buildings are fairly easy to craft by hand, especially now that bots can deliver me the ingredients. It's really once you start getting tier 2 or 3 buildings that making a mall kind of becomes more necessary, because to craft the tier 2 buildings, you need the tier 1, and then the tier 3 needs the tier 2, plus a ton of extra ingredients, and it eventually becomes a little bit insane. So what I did in between episodes, I set up a little bit here in terms of requester chests for all of these random, like retrovirus, plasmids, moss gene samples, because I'd like this to be an automated way to get things like cDNA. Though it might not be totally necessary. I don't know how much cDNA I'm actually going to need in life. Because we only need a few at a time, I think. Let me look that up real quick. cDNA is used for... Well, it looks like in most cases it is just... Oh, okay, growth factor. So maybe later in the game I would actually want to automate it. But I mean, that's after green science. Which... Or not green, I don't know what you call that. Production science packs. That's not going to be forever. And otherwise it does look like it's only used to make the first of something. So I guess I don't really need to fully automate that, but I want to automate those intermediates. And I actually want these to be in a provider chest because I need them in a few other places. So those will come get picked up. And then these petri dishes I want to be in a provider chest because these are needed in some other places. And then I also want these guys to actually show up in a provider chest as well. So we are going to put some of them into a provider chest. So those can get picked up. And those stack to 500, so one stack should be good. Yeah, that should work. And then let's see what else we're missing from all these chains here. And this is important. We need all these things to get some cDNA so that we can make moondrop. I've already made some moondrop codexes and some greenhouses. I won't actually need to build moondrops until we're fully into the circuits automation. Okay, so it looks like we got everything, because retrovirus is running. And so is plasmids. We don't have lamps automated though, so I will need to handcraft some more of those. And then we also don't have Rauk cocoons in a provider, I don't think. Yeah. But wow, we do have a lot of them, so that's good. Okay, so plop the provider chest down there. Looks like we're doing okay on all that stuff. And our caged Vrauks have finally... It looks like they finally backed up. Except for this one, which has stopped running because we're out of cages completely, which is bad news. Why are we out of cages? What hath happened? Okay, we're out of solder. We're out of solder because we're out of lead. We're out of lead because... Unknown. We're out of lead because we don't have any lead ore coming in. And we don't have any lead ore coming in because... I always feel bad running away from robots. But what are you going to do? We do have lead ore coming in. Okay, so it's actually not... It's just a supply issue. So we do need to improve lead and solder. That's probably important because these things are actually running. And titanium, it looks like, is also running still. So everything seems to be okay. Oh, wow. That's a very full building. Although, we have a while before it fills up. It's got 800 spots. Okay, get rid of our lamps, if we can find them. There we go. Okay, so retrovirus, plasmids, those both stack to 50, so that's not gonna cost us too much in the long run. And this one, we do need to request, or I mean provide moss. That was what I just remembered. So we'll just take moss from here and provide it. That will work fine for small amounts. If I ever need lots of moss in the system, I'll need to change this, but that'll work. And let's switch this over. We're going to need, I think, flower DNA samples, if I remember correctly. So moondrops need, first one, yeah, 2. Well, and let's double check. I might have to make 2 or 3 of them depending on how these seeds work out. Seven, moondrop 3. Okay, so 1 seed makes 4 moondrop. I need 5 moondrop to make seeds. Once I hit that, I'll be good to go, because I'll have plenty of extra seeds. You get some moondrop back, and then we can make... I'll probably even do that one. Maybe either the soil or the hydrogen one. Because that's all easy. You know, soil just comes out of a soil extractor. Very easy to get. So that looks pretty good. But the problem is I only make 4. So I will need to craft this twice. So I will need both moondrop codexes. I'll need 4 flower DNA, which means 4 Ralasia codex, which is a tall order. I'll let the bots bring me a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. And I will need some more red science, which I wonder if I had some extra. I do. Brought a bunch up here originally. That needs to be a fast inserter. We'll put in the rest of our red science here. Put in the steel chests. Let's see. Are we out of bots? Yeah, we are. I'll stand right next to the wire so they can have an easier go of it. And I need 2 more of those Lasia codex. Okay. Looks good. Let's see how many more bots we have ready to go. The number is 0. Huzzah! Yeah, it's because I don't have any circuits. Yet another reason why we need circuit 1s to be automated. I promise we will get there. It's coming soon on our to-do list. But first we need moondrops. But we should probably check how many moondrops do I need for circuits. It looks like we need 3 and then 3 to make the seeds for those 3. Is that right? This is actually very confusing. So this takes moondrop. Oh, I was reading the product ingredients backwards. Yeah, okay, so we make moondrop seeds, and then with moondrop seeds, we actually make methane. That's what I was getting confused about. The methane doesn't come from moondrop itself. It comes from, I guess you grow moondrop, but then it gets used to make methane instead somehow. So you don't actually get moondrop back. So then we make the seeds, and then we also... Still a little confused on what's happening here. Products are on the left, so we take some seeds, and that makes some moondrop. And then we take the moondrop, and that makes a bunch of seeds, and gives us some moondrop back. So that kind of loops together to output a bunch of extra seeds, which go into making methane, which gives us formaldehyde. Gotcha. Okay, so then we only need 6. I'm guessing that might be able to fit into one factory building. Only time will tell. Okay, so now we've got our 4 codexes, so that'll be the flower DNA. And then for cDNA, we need some biosample and some basic substrate. Now, we might be having a little bit of an issue with biosample right now. How's this looking? I'm just going to have to manually grab a few, because the little logistics bots are going to try to steal everything. Yeah, we're low on titanium. Okay, how much do I need for cDNA? I need 5 for 1. And for 1 moondrop, I need... I think it's 6. Let's see. That's not the right one. Yeah, so I'll need 6 cDNA. Oh, and 5 more biosample. So I need 40 biosample. So we're actually going to just let that back up for a second and speed things up. Save us some hassle. Here's another instance of crushed coal that I haven't taken care of yet. Wonder if I could route that over on a belt all the way to here and use it. I could just pump it into the top of this factory. Did I just run out of power? I did. What on earth? That's new. How are these out of biomass when I have... Huh. This is fresh. I have no idea what's happened here. But I do know that I should probably throw some burner inserters here for a minute. But I don't really understand what has happened. Did we just run out of biomass? Is maybe the problem? Yeah, what's going on here? This has all gotten emptied out. I wonder if it's the wood that we're stockpiling here. This needs to be an output already left. Oh. Well, no, because we have all the logs we need that should be going this direction before they even go to the right. So this should be self-sustaining. But clearly I've messed something up. Well, I'm gonna go grab a few hundred biomass, because I have that over here. How about a few thousand? And so that will help for a minute. And we'll just drop all that in. And then what's going on here? I think I am just going to... That's the wrong button. Add another forestry. Still have some extra trees I haven't used anyway. And we'll go with that. Now this only makes 0.15. This needs... So I need another one of these. Which is kind of unfortunate because they're all packed in here. Those make 0.43. Okay, we can make this work. We can make this work. So we'll need another one of these. Have this go down a couple squares. This is the joy of Factorio, you know? Things just come at you fast. And we'll switch the moss makers to only go into one each. These need 0.1 tree seeds. This can provide more than enough. I'll just need to put it on a belt. And then we need water, which can just be underground piped. There we have it. We'll insert onto this belt here. And I think that'll do it. Then we'll need to output. And that should get us a few more logs. Oh, I guess I didn't check this. Yeah, that's more than sufficient. So I'm guessing that was the problem, was we just somehow didn't have enough logs. Maybe we were using 100% of our power capacity and we only had enough logs for like 80% or 93% of our power capacity, so it just ended up burning out eventually. But it looks like we are mostly back in business. Oh, you know what I bet it was? Is we were using all of the biomass possible, and somehow the power we were making wasn't enough. I don't actually know. That doesn't make sense. But I should probably also... I didn't think about this. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't have the materials back then. But I should store some combustion mixture, which will help. Power is one of the things that I do approve of having a buffer for. Because a power buffer, oftentimes your factory, you know, does not use the maximum amount of power for more than, you know, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. You know, maybe you build a really expensive thing or you start up a new production line, but things saturate, especially in Pyanodons, so. But it looks like we're good now. So, okay, well, that mini problem has been solved. So back to, oh my gosh, these poor bots. All trying to deliver things, and I'm just going to run right past them. Okay. So back to this, we are still missing biosample, which I now should have plenty of. See, that whole distraction was just a way to get you to forget that we were waiting for biosample. Look at that. Now we have enough. Got 60. Okay, so we'll run back over. We'll feed this some biosample. Oh, well, I'm glad we got this started a while ago. I forgot that this takes 5 minutes to craft each one. Okay. And then we've got our 3 cDNA. Forget what building we make it in, but we're ready to go. A botanical nursery. I feel... Okay, yeah, I do have one already. I was like, I think I actually have one set up here. Okay, so we'll give you everything we got. Of course, we need some of the biosample. And then we'll have some moondrops. And let's set up a basic moondrop propagation area. Okay, so that's all the ways we can make methane. So if we add carbon dioxide, it actually just speeds it up. It doesn't make it more efficient. So that may or may not even be worth it. But fertilizer gets us more methane. And then our options, we can make 4 out of a single seed. Or 5 out of 2 seeds? That's actually worse. I'm super confused. Maybe it's not worse. Hold on, I'm making an assumption here. That might actually not be worse, because the way we get seeds is here. So 5 moondrop makes 2 moondrop and 0.1, 10% of an average of 2. So 2.2. So we're actually only using 2.8 moondrops to make 7.5 seeds. So 1 moondrop plant is about 3 seeds, about equivalent to 3 seeds. So one more moondrop plant can produce 3 more moondrop seeds. So this looks bad at first glance, but it actually works out because this is 4 moondrop plants, which could provide us a total return of about 12 seeds. So we used about 11 seeds. But here, we use 1 more seed, but we get 1 more moondrop. And that's actually a good ratio, because then that 1 extra moondrop plant can provide, you know, about 3 seeds back. So it more than pays for the extra seed. And then this one, same story. We use 3 seeds, but we get 2 more moondrop. So, and even though the crafting speed is 120 seconds, well, I guess that's 130, but they're all about the same crafting speed. This makes more product, so it is faster as well. But how much soil are we going to need for that? Is that 0.21 soil per second? A soil extractor makes 3.6. Okay, so 1 soil extractor can provide all the soil I need for like 100 of these. I mean, is that literally 100? Actually, more than 100 of these. So I was understating how ridiculous that is, rather than overstating. Okay, we have our first moondrop, but it's not enough. Not quite. We need 5. So this is kind of almost like the Covarex enrichment process, you know, where we output the actual thing that we need. So we kind of have to loop it back on itself. And then this one uses seeds to make the flowers, which for now I'll just do the one with water because I don't really want to deal with all of the other stuff. Okay. So our 2 codexes, and do we have 3 more seeding it? No, what? Oh, okay, it ran out of space. Because they stack to 50, and honestly, I don't want to spend the resources to make 50 that I'm not going to use for a while. Okay, so we'll wait for that to finish, and then we will be able to begin our moondrop cycle. I'm going to get rid of this biomass. It does seem that everything is running smoothly with the logs. Still not totally sure what happened, but think we may have fixed it. These moss producers are a little bit underproducing 0.43 compared to the... Well, maybe they're not. Because these only need 0.25 seedlings. And I'm making 0.3, so we want to reduce this by 1/6. So 1/6 of that is like 0.8-ish, 0.7. So yeah, actually it's almost exactly right. I guess we can find out if these numbers are decreasing over time or increasing once everything's backed up. Because I'm actually making more seedlings than I'm using. So many interesting loops. And we're getting so much ash. I don't know if we're ever going to use it all. How much ash do I have stored right now? 5.6 thousand stacked ash, so that's over 40,000 ash. It's an ash load, I'll tell you. And then this building has another 85,000 of just regular ash in it. Alright, so I'll take our cDNA, put it in... Wait, sorry, I have enough cDNA. What am I doing? Take the moondrops, and here we go. The magic moment. We get to make moondrop seeds. And then we take those and we put those in the moondrop plant. And I'm glad I have a couple extra moondrops. I forgot I actually need to use them as modules. You know, the important thing that we do with Pyanodons modules. And the crafting speed is really slow, so we're going to take all of these and put them in. We're up to 0.35. So this will take a while. But the nice thing is we have enough seeds to run this a bunch of times, so we can just keep adding more into the module slots. But yeah, I'm gonna speed things up as much as I can here. Still kind of slow. What else can we look at? How much green science do I have? That'll be fun. I have some issues with coke oven gas that I will have to take care of eventually. I think it's backing up. Green science. We have 100 plus another maybe 100 ready to go. So not a ton. It is slowly building up, but I think that titanium is still the main holdup if we go back over and look. We've got plenty of these laboratory instruments, but it's just the biosample that's slowing everything down. Okay, here we are, 96%. Get some more moondrops. Bam. Plonk those down. Now we're up to 55% crafting speed. I wonder what the base crafting speed is. So the base is 1, so we could go a little faster if we had 2 running, I guess. No harm in doing that. Oh dear, what was that? That was bad. Something just broke big time. Probably because I had the game speed turned up. That was weird. I don't know if I've ever seen that message before. I didn't even really catch what it said, but something was not happy. Okay, we got 4 more. So our speed is probably, let's see, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more slots. Each are at 50%. So we will max out at 1.1, I think, for our crafting speed. That seems to be fairly normal. Most of these animal plant buildings max out at like 1-ish when they're full. Although that's only 0.7, and then the augs are kind of different with crafting speed of 2, even at tier 1, so I guess I'm incorrect. There doesn't seem to be a standard. But like with the seaweed and the moss, it feels like they're about 1. And same with the sap extractors. So I mean, it's a lot of them are around 1. Okay, and then once we kind of keep this thing going, then we'll have enough moondrop to actually automate things, and we won't have to worry about this anymore. So I will need to take, oh, not 20, enough to make seeds. Again. Alright, we are almost there. Man, Pyanodons is crazy. I'm still in, like, the baby early stages of the game. And we've got this kind of base. You know, if we were playing vanilla Factorio, we would have probably launched a rocket by now. And we're kind of just getting started. I haven't even automated circuits yet. And that's, like, generally the first thing you do in Factorio. Well, not the first, but close to the first. Alright, so I do think I actually want to automate these guys. So we're going to slow time down a little bit. And get these out of the way. So these only create moondrop out of seeds. So we'll take seeds in, they'll be on this belt. We'll put moondrop out. And then this, oh no, what, I did not want to make that. This takes moondrop in and then puts seeds in moondrop out. So we need to take that. Priority split left for seed, and then the right one will combine, and it'll be on the correct side of the belt here, and we will input priority right, so we'll reuse moondrop that we're getting back first, and then we will take from that belt. I think that should work. However, we need to keep some moondrop back to use as modules. Altogether, those make 3 moondrop per minute. Not very fast, but probably enough for what we need, and we don't quite have all those modules filled up yet. Oh, and I do need to connect that as well. Missing some things. All right. Take these last few. Can't move accurately, and then we should be good to go. And we'll hook this up so that I think the loop will work correctly. Because it'll always put moondrop here, and then when it grabs more, it'll use the one from itself first. So that should be good. And then provide the seeds. Yeah. Alright, there's a little moondrop plant. We have accomplished it, and in only 34 minutes nonetheless. That went a little faster than I thought it would. So, reviewing kind of what we need for circuits, I believe we have everything. We have manure, though I don't have it in the amount we need. We are prepared for it. And we can set up this automation. We need just a little bit of Zogna bacteria, so we will need to automate lamps, but that can be done pretty quickly now that we have bots. And all of this stuff... Oh, we need kickalcs. That's right. Okay. So these kick-out things are these fibrous tree plant things, and that makes fiber, and we need fiber to make fiberboard. I know, crazy. So we will need to do that before we do circuits. But once we have that going, I think we're ready to go. We have all the other ingredients we need, and it's just about setting it up. Although setting it up is a bit of a doozy. That may be 2 episodes in and of itself. Before we do the circuits episode, I will probably try to have... Bam. I will try to have all the buildings crafted, because we're probably going to need... Well, what's it tell us? We are going to need 76 different buildings. So, I'll try to get all those crafted before that. And then, for the next episode, I will try to also have kickouts kind of... Maybe not done yet, but I'll at least have the buildings ready and all the cDNA and stuff so that we can start out finishing up the next biological thing we need, which is kickouts, and then we can start automating circuits. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode.